The Global Latin Factor Podcast.
Welcome. You're on to another episode of the Global Latin Factor Podcast, when we talk about Latino everything. That's right, we talk about Latino everything. If you're looking for a place to find about Latinos, this is the place. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube and all that. I know you hear it all the time over and over, but scientifically speaking, scientists have spoken and they said that it works whenever you say it over and over. So make sure you subscribe, follow wherever you do on your podcast platforms, and we do appreciate the ones. I've seen the numbers. We're getting some downloads, so thank you very much. And today we have a very, very, very special, and I know I say this all the time, and I don't mean to say it, but every individual that comes to this place right here is very special because they are doing something. We have a few members of Mariachi, MAGUEYAL. How you doing?
Good.
How are you?
We have Javier, Leslie, and Stiklali. Alrighty. How you doing today?
Good, you?
Awesome, man. How about yourself?
Very cold.
How about you? Yes. Yes. You do not lie.
Yeah.
We're in Texas. We record this in Texas, and it's in the 20s, and we're not used to that.
Yeah,
No. And how about you?
I'm really good.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get to it. Real quickly, we're going to start what we call Preguntas al Chile.
Preguntas al Chile.
All right. We're going to start this way, make our way that way, or from left to right. Okay. ¿Tacos o tortas, Mr.
Tacos.
Javier? Tacos.
Tortas.
Tortas. Corn tortillas or flour tortillas?
Corn.
Corn.
Hey.
Nice choice. Gorditas or sopes?
Gorditas.
Sopes.
Mexican coca o jarrito?
Jarritos.
Coca.
Oh my god.
Horchata, jamaica o tamarindo agua?
Tamarindo.
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Yeah, I like Jamaica too.
Yeah.
Salsa verde o salsa roja?
Salsa verde.
Verde.
Yeah, there you go.
Menudo o pozole?
Pozole.
Pozole.
Churros o flan?
Churros. All the way.
Hold
Oh.
on. Churros.
Probably churros.
Churros.
Yeah.
Okay. Are y'all over 21? All
Yes.
y'all are?
No.
Hey,
We are.
hey, yo, hey.
Yes, but they don't have
Depends
to
who's
know.
asking. Depends who's
Who is?
asking.
What those are?
But they're under 21?
She's
No.
not under 21.
She's under
I
21.
am under 21.
She's not.
Oh, yes.
They're
20.
21.
Yes.
And
You're
depends
not.
who's asking.
Okay. For legal purposes, we don't associate with underage drinking.
Okay,
We're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
ask
yeah.
only the 21 and up. Corona 2X modelo Victoria.
Corona.
Yo puro Capri Sun.
Capri Sun. All right, nothing wrong with that. That's good. Tequila mezcal.
Tequila.
Capri Sun.
Capri Sun.
So Valentina, Tapatio, Cholula.
Cholula.
Valentina.
You can participate on this one.
Tapatio.
Oh.
Tapatio.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So I think we're starting a controversy here, because I think that conchas do have a different flavor from what I recall, but people are saying no, and then people are saying yes. But irrelevant. Do you like the brown conchas, the white conchas, or the pink conchas?
The white conchas.
The white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
White ones are
Used to like-
better.
I'm just saying, I think there is a flavor.
They
There
taste
is a
different.
Yeah.
difference.
What is it? Is it the vanilla? I don't know. Okay, refried beans or borracho beans?
Borracho beans.
Refried.
You can say no beans. No, and
No, I like
We
beans.
love beans.
We are
McDonald's
beans.
most of them.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's an additional question, but I'm just curious. I'm gonna ask this question going forward. What does Latino mean to you?
Oh, dang. It's our culture, you know? I don't know.
Okay, that's it. It's whatever comes to mind.
I second that.
Oh,
I second that.
Yeah, just with them, our culture, our background, our upbringing, just everything that's just kind of made, at least us,
Us.
us.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can tell you're the youngest. You'll be in school and still reading books.
No, she's a communication major.
I am a communication major.
She should have this down.
Yeah, you know.
You should be able to fly through this.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Hopefully.
Remember? More hand gesture.
Yeah.
Smile. Alrighty. So I had sent you questions that I usually ask because interviews I can ask whatever I want to, but I feel that the interview is for the people we're bringing in. First of all, the reason why I brought you, I ran into you all at a gig at a wedding. Y'all were mariachis, y'all were performing, and I thought y'all were young, and I'm like, what? And then second is like, y'all were good.
Thank you, thank
I'm
you.
like,
Hey.
oh.
We tried, we tried.
And it caught my attention immediately. Not only myself, but the DJ. That he wanted to hire you on the spot, but unfortunately the day wasn't available.
Yeah.
And then of course I had to lock you in to make sure that I'm able to get you here and talk to y'all about how y'all got started. Okay, so first of all, what we're gonna go start with your questions and we can build from there. What was the gig that stood out the most for y'all so far?
I feel like this most recent Father's Day that we played, it was our last gig we had. It was at 10:30, and era un viejito, like, he was probably like in his 90, 80, 85, 85, 90s. And todo con cobijita, estaba así. And we just got there, we started playing, and man, he stood up and he knew how to dance. Y todo viejito y todo, but man, he knew how to dance. He danced with everybody. That's the gig that most stood out. It was that gig was fun.
That's awesome. What about yourself?
I have a really bad memory.
You already have that?
Yeah.
It's a Capri Sun.
Yeah,
That's what it
maybe.
is. You
I
get
gotta
out that
lay
Capri
off.
Sun. That
some
sugar.
Capri Sun.
All right. What about Citlali?
I also have like a bit of okay. Well, it's because like it's happened to us twice where we were in the middle of playing like a cumbia mix, right?
Yeah.
And at both of these parties or like occasions, we were playing. We were like doing like people were dancing. People were having fun, right?
Yeah.
And then there was at both parties it was like older ladies, and they stand up to dance and they're over here like dancing whatever. Y luego they just fall like. And this and so it was like everyone was just kind of like, oh my god. But in the last gig, the last time that this happened, everyone just kind of looks at her like, oh my god, is she okay? And then we just kind of stopped playing because it's awkward, we don't know what to do. And then her family members just look at us and they're like, no, keep going, like keep playing, like it's fine. And we're like, okay.
They try to pull the old trick on the baby. Don't look. If you don't look at them, they're gonna cry.
Yeah.
Don't look at them. They're gonna cry. Keep playing. Okay, so what happened the first time? Did they fall?
Oh
What'd you
no,
do?
the first time that they fell, it was a little more like serious because then she was a lot older, I think, than like the second lady that fell. But yeah, she was dancing. She was having a really good time, and then she falls, y se cae, like on her hand, I guess.
Ouch.
Yeah. So then everyone just kind of rushed to her, especially because she's like older. So everyone just kind of rushed to her, and they were just kind of like, oh, like y'all can keep going, but like they were still.
They were like sana.
Yeah, they were still like kind of all on her, and then she.
You know, it's
left.
all on the people too, cause I
Yeah.
don't know if the falls could be too serious sometimes, cause a lot of times they're like.
Yeah, they were drinking.
They're in the
well,
zone.
The first one
It was
yeah.
like 3 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
they had margaritas and everything.
The floor was slippery though.
The floor was slippery.
It was like one of those like smooth
Uh-huh.
concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But every time we play now for old people, I'm like all like
Yeah, it's a
freaked
little
out.
like,
I'm
oh
like
my
all
God.
paranoid. I'm like, oh my god.
That is true. I would be too. I'll be concerned.
Yeah, it gets
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah, because you know what you like.
If you just stop playing or what?
What do you play next?
You
You're like,
need to be able to transition to like a ballad,
right? Something like more like.
and then once they leave, then start again, pick it back up.
Play the soundtrack from
Right?
Titanic.
I know,
Oh my
right?
god.
You know what? I'm still mad at Rose because that was enough room.
There wasn't enough room.
But okay,
Or
if
they
you
could have alternated.
they could have alternated.
could
But like,
alternate
if you
it.
watch the movie, like she's on there, and then he tries getting on, and then it just kind of like starts sinking. Like the wooden thing that she's on, it starts sinking. So they can't. They both can't.
I get that part,
you
but
know?
they could have alternated.
They
too.
could have alternated. She was just
And then
selfish,
she
I
said a
guess.
light to, I want to let you go, bye.
She let it go.
Peace.
Dang.
And then she lived forever and ever.
Forever.
I don't agree with that movie. Anyways, moving on next to the questions because that movie's just.
It's mad.
Okay, what made y'all start music? Start with Javier.
I feel like my dad, ever since we were little, my dad would always start singing.
Where's your dad from? Are they from
Mexico.
the States? From Mexico? What?
Mm,
¿Qué
Coahuila.
parte? Coahuila.
He's from Allende, and no, my mom is from Allende, and my dad is from Nava, Coahuila, and yeah. So my dad always started singing and everything, and then in elementary school I did choir. Middle school also choir, and then I did band, and then in high school that's when I got into mariachi in the high school. And yeah, I feel like music has been just a part of life, my life
Yeah.
at least, since I was little.
That's what's up. What about yourself?
So I've actually been knowing how to play since I can remember, because
Yeah.
the Capri Suns.
Yeah.
But I also did middle school in band, and then all through high school, and then our high school had a mariachi. That's actually what got us started together. We've been playing since we were
Your high school has a mariachi?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's
Polytechnic.
dope. Where y'all go to?
Polly.
Went to Polytechnic.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever you say.
yeah.
It's in East Side.
East side.
East Side, yeah.
Okay,
Represent.
so and then, is your family come from a musical background or not really?
Mm-mm.
It just came to you.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's cool. What about yourself?
Yeah, similar to Leslie. We never really had musicians in the family. And then out of nowhere, I have two older brothers than me, and so the first one went into middle school band, and then the second one followed, and then I was just like, oh, let's try this, right? And then we all met in middle school. We all were in the same band, everything, and then in high school we went to the same high school, and then we were also in band, but then mariachi was just kind of introduced a little more to us.
Yeah.
Priority.
Yeah. And so we just kind of stuck to mariachi more than band.
Yeah, because I was looking up a little bit of mariachi to get more familiar as far as mariachi being, and it's crazy to me. I always give a hard time to the government, especially the Mexican government, right? But believe it or not, the Mexican government was back in 1930 push. There was a lot of civil war and different things like that amongst Mexico, and they needed to try to get everybody united, right? Even though mariachi has been here since the 1500s or something like that, then one of the presidents brought them over to play. I forget the name of the mariachi, but they used to dress like they used to the natives, right, with cloths and stuff like that. But he said, no, dress like mariachis, and then play for us. And then from then, they started pushing it more on the radio and TVs and things like that, and to unify us. And to be honest, it's kind of hard not to go to a place at least if you're a Mexicano, if there's a mariachi, and you get a feeling on it, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because mariachi is African, some of the components, Spaniard, and of course indigenous. And a lot of all the other genres of music, believe it or not, salsa, bachata, cumbia, all of them have some of the same components. It's crazy, and he moves us. It really does.
Yeah.
Whether we want it or not, I'd be I don't know. Maybe we just you're a vampire. You don't have a pulse, but it's kind of hard not to even tap your bob a little bit to feel something in you. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, the vibrations or whatever. Okay, so tell me about Mariachi MAGUEYAL. So who began? How did that started? Who founded?
Mariachi MAGUEYAL started about 3 years ago. We've been playing for 2 years technically, because we stopped for a year for COVID. So that whole about a year we didn't play. We were in another mariachi, and then we decided to do our own thing. And all of the members are in college. They either go to TCU, UNT, or TCC. Our youngest is Jeanette, right? Julian. No, Jeanette.
Jeanette?
Yeah, she's 18. And then I'm the oldest. Yeah, I'm the oldest, which is 22.
Your birthday was not that long ago, right?
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, everybody has been playing mariachi since high school except Jeanette. She started playing violin, and then we saw her playing violin on Instagram, right? And
we saw her sing.
Yeah, we saw her sing on Instagram, and she sings really pretty. Well, you heard her, right? La Güerita.
Yeah.
La Güerita.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we DM'd her, and she's like, hey, do you want to join? Well, para calarla primero, and to come to practice. And she came to practice. Man, she worked her butt off. And then,
she only had 6 months playing before I DM'd her, on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
And then she was like, it's because I've only been playing for 6 months. And I was like, aquí te enseñas.
Yeah.
And then another thing, I don't play any instruments whatsoever. I'm not doubting that any of the instruments are hard, but I think the violin is one of the toughest instruments to play, right?
Yeah.
Dang. And she got down in 6 months.
Yeah, she got it quick.
So how many members in total is y'all?
There's 7 of us.
7 of y'all.
Yeah.
And is it y'all's thing?
Yeah.
Your own stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everything, logo and everything came out from y'all. Yeah. How y'all come up with that, first of all?
Leslie.
The name?
The name was my dad.
And that was
Yeah.
because?
It's hard to think of a Mariachi name, man. It's really hard.
Yeah,
There's so
everything's-
many.
Everything's taken.
Everything's
we
taken.
took like, we took
A
we
good
took
one.
longer to pick out the name than to find the members
I
for the
think so.
Mariachi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exception, she took longer.
Afterward,
Yeah. But we took longer to pick out the name for the group than to find the members. Like we would think of something, we would look it up on Google, and there's already a mariachi. Like, okay, something else, because we wanted to be unique. There's there's mariachis that like have the same name, but they're like all de Fort Worth, de San Antonio, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we wanted something completely unique. And then my dad's like thinking of all these weird Mexican words and all this stuff, like Spanish words, and I'm like, and it's like MAGUEYAL, and I was like, okay, like, what's that?
What's that?
And then he explained to me what it was, and then I was like,
Can you
okay.
explain it to us? I
So-
got to Google here.
Okay. So like, to what I remember,
Yeah.
so like a maguey is just one, right?
Mhm.
And it's like agave family, and a MAGUEYAL is like a field of magueys, right?
Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
And that's where tequila comes
Yeah.
from. And whether we want it or not, tequila and mariachis go hand in hand.
Oh, yeah.
Now Capri Suns go hand in hand
Oh,
with
yeah.
mariachi. But still, it is pretty cool. And that's what I thought about it whenever I saw it. Like, MAGUEYAL, oh my god.
You'd be surprised how many people like
Question it.
like like even like older people, like older like Hispanic Mexicans are like, oh, what's your name? Mariachi MAGUEYAL. So like, what's a MAGUEYAL? I was like, well, a maguey, like the plant, like where tequila comes from.
MAGUEYAL.
Yeah. Like a MAGUEYAL is like a plantation, like donde hay
Uh-huh.
muchas. They're like, oh, I've never heard of that. I was like, me neither. And so like, we came up with it,
It is a little bit of a tongue twister.
It is.
It is a bit. Not too crazy, but it is, because I hope I didn't mess it up when
No,
I was
you
bringing
got
it
it.
in. When I introduced you here and even on the gig, but I was like, it is a little bit, but it is unique, like you said.
Yeah.
It's compared to everybody else from Fort Worth, from Oak Cliff, from wherever else. It does stand out
Yeah.
because it's different. Okay, so now you have 7 members,
Mhm.
and how often do y'all practice? Do y'all even get a chance to practice? All y'all going to school, right?
When we first started, we would practice Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then it became hard to practice Tuesdays and Thursdays because of school. Well, we were still in high school.
Yeah, so-
well, some were still in high school, some were
Mhm.
freshmen in college, and then we switched it up from there, right?
Yeah, so like at the beginning, I think the first year and a half, I think,
was
because we did
Tuesdays.
take the like break for COVID.
Yeah.
It was all of us except for the 2 youngest ones. They were in high school, so they had their like schedule set and everything.
Yeah.
And so we were able to kind of like get our schedules for like the first semester, set a practice days, I think, 2 of them during the week, and then eventually they graduated, all of that, and then we have to kind of like start planning it out more, just because we're now all in college and there's like night classes and everything.
Oh yeah.
And so now I think like we would practice 2 times a week,
We
even
switched
last
it to-
semester.
We switched it to Wednesday and
Mhm.
Fridays.
Yeah, we had to switch it, and then even last semester we were practicing 2 times a week. But now since everyone's in college taking night classes, like we have a lot of
Yeah.
engineering majors.
Man,
So
they got a lot of engineers.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
made y'all go to engineering way? Is that you too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ever since I
Elon
was little-
Musk, wasn't it?
No, no. Ever since I was little, I was building stuff with cardboard, making like
Mm.
little robots and like all this stuff. And then middle school I had a robotics program. My high school had a robotics program, and I enjoyed it so much. And so I felt like
If you ever build a rocket and you think it's safe enough to get you to space and back, I'm down.
all right.
Oh my God.
Ya dijiste, ya
willing to
dijiste. No
Because
take backs.
I don't feel like, I was thinking earlier today, like I don't feel like I belong here. in
Oh my
outer-
God.
I mean, like outer space zone. But I want to see it at least, and then at least come back down.
Oh, I feel like that's
But
scary.
if you do, I got you, bro. Alright, I got you, test rabbit here. Okay, so where are y'all heading as far as like? Cause I know y'all got a bunch of stuff. Y'all still young. I think y'all are good, and y'all y'all stay consistently booked. I mean, I know COVID's it's a little strange still going on, but how is that going for
Well,
you?
even pre-COVID, around these times, like it dies down like a lot. Even
After Christmas, everyone's broke.
Yeah, like, even when we were in the other mariachi.
Oh, February though. Espérense.
Oh
yeah.
febrero.
It starts picking up. It starts
As soon
picking
as
up.
February hits, like, or like ends of January, like it picks up a lot.
Yeah.
But
February, and then Mother's Day, and then Father's
Oh,
Day.
yeah.
Yeah, so it does. Have y'all seen that like meme where it's like, oh, the people born in January and it's like a slice of bread and a candle because ya no hay dinero.
Ya no.
Yeah.
What do you, no, it's the rosca.
The
They'll be
rosca.
happy with the rosca, and that's
yeah.
part of their cake, cause y'all ain't got no more. And the rosca is super expensive. I seen a meme of a bunch of pan dulce put together like a rosca, cause it's like my family. Whenever you see the price of a rosca,
No, for
yeah,
real.
it's true.
That's crazy.
Okay, so so right now it's pretty slow, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna start picking up. So
Yeah.
where do y'all think you're heading with everything that you got going on? Well, where do y'all hope you goes?
I mean, I low-key want to branch out more to like outside of Fort Worth.
Mhm.
We play a lot in Granbury. We have a customer over there that gets us like almost like every other
Consistently.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets like for 2 hours every time. But I want to branch out, like maybe go to Oklahoma, do more bigger things. Oklahoma maybe.
Be a little
That'd be-
more like well known around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we need to promote more, but
And what do you think is needed besides the promoting part? What do you think is lacking? Just that? Again, obviously, our students going to school is kind of hard. Does it help with like some of the bills or some of the expenses you have?
yeah, I mean, well, at least for me, like engineering takes so much time during the week that I can't like do another job. So Mariachi really helps a lot because like, it's in the weekend,
Oh yeah.
sometimes during the week, but like almost all my income is Mariachi.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and
What's up.
it's enough.
What about yourself?
It's good.
It's-
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Like, it's not a job that you, like, dread to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also not, like, something... I mean, well, for us, it's not something we have to do, like, the whole week because we do have school and stuff. So, like, it's nice to have something that, like it's a new thing. Like, it's fresh every time, and it's not like, oh, I already know what I'm going to do at work today.
Cool. What are you working on as far as a degree?
Computer science.
Computer science?
Yeah, I was doing mechanical, but...
Yeah, I need you to stay focused on school. If I want to jump on that rocket,
Yeah, right.
I need no super glue, bro. I
Yeah,
needs
no
to be
super
no
glue.
cola loca. I need
Oh,
to be.
bro.
Puro duct tape.
What
You'd be
about you?
surprised,
Like
bro.
loose
You'd be
nuts?
surprised.
I don't want to be surprised.
No, I do. No,
What if
bro.
I'm surprised and I'm
Bro.
blown into space? No.
I've toured. I'm not gonna say the places, right? But I've toured like companies, and they admitted like, oh, we had to put like this piece together with we had to
Oh my
magnetize it
gosh.
in, like we had to hammer it in, and I was like, this thing is like,
But to be honest, not to be like, how can I say, stereotyping our people, Mexicans, but we'll be known to engineer some stuff. You know what
bro,
I mean?
they were white though.
It worked. That's what I'm saying, though. So it's not like they call it Mexican engineering.
Oh, yeah,
But at the
yeah.
end of the day, if you
gets the
saw
job
that at a
done.
legitimate company, it's just engineering, period. It got
Yeah.
nothing to do with Mexican engineering.
Yeah.
It just works, right?
Yeah.
So, what about yourself? What you working on?
So I go to school. I'm not doing engineering. I'm doing communication and business.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So I do have a little more free time on my hands. And I thankfully I have like a scholarship that covers like most of it, you know. So I do have like a little bit more like freedom in time and like all these things. But mariachi is basically it is the only job I can get. I wasn't able to get DACA for myself, so having like mariachi as my opportunity to, you know, like gain a little bit of like more money, you know, just not really bug my parents about money.
Yeah.
It's really good to have, you know, just kind of not, you know, take from them, I guess.
Yeah.
So I just can do everything, like, you know.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And I was having a debate with Carlos because I see this. It's always about memes because everything is about memes now. It's like part of our world. But I seen something about like why you calling it independent? It's like adulting. Like, you know, that's just part of life. Like whether it's man or woman, I'm like, that's just part of your responsibilities and functional adult to pay for your stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So it's cool that you're not saying independent, but at least you're willing to know that you carry your own as a growing young adult and be able to pitch on your own instead of having to depend on your parents. Because eventually, even though they're always there as safety net, you just don't want to keep bugging them all
No,
the time.
yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure they don't care, especially being. I was way older. I was probably 27 or more before I even moved out, and I didn't even want to, because everything was there and nice, but you have to leave the nest and gotta branch off. Okay, so Oklahoma is one of the places that you want to play, or would the goal be the entire? First of all, is it a love for y'all, like doing the mariachi? I know it started in middle school. I know something happened. Y'all been doing it for some time, so it's something there, right?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it does get kind of stressful, at least for me, and it gets overwhelming sometimes. But like once you see the reactions of like the people and like them dancing and like them telling you that they're enjoying it, and like it really does. You become to like love like what you do, and like I honestly love it.
Like, yeah, I love making people cry.
Oh my god.
So you're the one that goes for that
Hey.
the expression.
Yeah.
I think during the gig or something like that, you said something about like somebody said something and I heard them, and I think I might have said something. Like I heard something.
Yeah.
Somebody
we
had said
always do
something.
something. Yeah.
But I overheard y'all something about llorar, and I'm like, "Halo chillar" or something like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What about you?
Yeah, so I also like the reactions and stuff, but like even then, like I don't know, there's just times where you just get into the music and you're just kind of like having fun, like dancing, like you like sometimes you'll just be like, like oh, I'm
Vibe.
yeah, like you'll just be vibing. Like I'm a trumpet player, so I can't really like do much, So like whenever we do have those breaks, I'm like
That's true.
So yeah.
That is true. So after y'all graduate, are you gonna continue with this? Like, again, I know that y'all still young and y'all have to pursue your degrees, and I want to go out of town, but like in a bigger scale, like internationally, because you're talking about like mariachis is known all over the world. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all ever looked into the history, and I briefly like looked into it, and I didn't realize how deep it was.
Yeah,
As far as the government helping, pushing forward. So, what do y'all think? What do you think is gonna go? Like, have you made any plans? Have you wrote anything down? Have you even put it into a thought of like, man, I really want to see if I can even go global with it?
Maybe like we haven't talked about going global with it, cause like I don't know. I feel like mainly right now the goal is like go out of state, but like close out of state. Right now, maybe later on, if the like our jobs permit, then maybe. But with most of like our members being engineers, we've talked about it that once we graduate, we still want to do mariachi, but we might not do it as much as we would like to.
Yeah.
Because engineering is like very busy.
Well, they play well too.
Yeah.
They play very well.
But I mean, it's like, so the money, not so much in the sense that like mariachi, we don't. At least I don't do it so much for the money.
No, but I'm saying like, even though you do love it, but your time is being taken by engineer, and they do compensate you well. For that time. Not that I'm saying that you would take one or the other, but I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. What about original music? Have y'all thought about doing anything original at all whatsoever? Cross your minds?
No, we write our arrangements for some stuff.
Really?
Yeah, whenever we can't find music, we just make it ourselves.
Really? Tell me the story about one.
You want to say the Corridos Tumbados?
Oh yeah, one time they asked us. It was for a birthday, I think.
I think it was for a little girl's birthday.
I have no idea, but the people that hired us,
They wanted Baby Shark.
no, they were more like a mariachi people. They were like corridos tumbados. And so ahí nos traen aprendiendo las canciones de Natanael Cano, and we did it.
Yeah, we did it. It was hard to like make
Switch.
that style of music into mariachi, but I mean they really liked it.
Yeah.
So I
And
mean,
it's funny. At first we were like, how are we gonna do that? Or like that's gonna sound silly. But then as soon as we played that gig, Alejandro Fernandez, he came out with a collab with him with that song, and I was like,
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Like, let it be known, we were.
hey, we were the first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So explain to somebody that doesn't know much about music about the arrangement. What does that mean? Like, let's say, what does it mean necessarily? How would you explain it?
Like arrangement, like the word arrangement.
Uh-huh.
So like there's like intros for songs. There's little adornos here and there. And then there's like a salida for the song, right? And it's just the music that comes together. So trompetas have different music than guitars, violins, etc.
Yeah.
And so each sheet music, I don't know. Each instrument has its own music, and then what and how you play it is basically the arrangement that composes everything together.
Yeah.
That brings everything.
Uh-huh.
But whenever we can't find any like sheet music for a song that we want to play, we just kind of have to listen to the recording and then try to get whatever you hear from your
Like
instrument.
trying to get a tempo to it.
Yeah,
and then go
tempo,
with that?
lo que sea. So an intro, if for Hermoso Cariño, da 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 da, right? That's the trumpet part that you hear, and the violin part, and then armonía has like yeah.
So who sets up everything? Who's like the most important piece of instrument in to set up the song usually?
I feel like trumpets.
The trumpets are?
Yeah.
I was looking at you. I was like, hold on.
Yeah, trumpets for sure. I mean,
They start off wherever you're going and everybody else just goes from there?
They set the vibe.
Yeah.
That's
They're
dope.
the ones that like, especially
Yeah.
like on like Hermosa Cariño when they start.
I like that song.
Yeah.
It hurts. ¿Cómo se llaman? What was the name of that song? I can't think of it. It'll come to me. But anyways, I like that song. So no original. So you do make your own arrangement. But what about original material?
We wanted to make like a tema for the mariachi, but it's hard. It's hard to make a tema.
What part?
It's basically like an introduction for the
Song.
group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like I don't know if you've ever seen like any performances like on TV or stuff. They usually start with like a song and like
they introduce themselves
they
in the
introduce
songs.
themselves.
Have you seen Mariachi Camperos?
Oh my god. Okay.
No, I did not.
But
So
You know
it's
who
like
has it?
their intro type of song?
Yeah.
Like they play kind of like a pupurri, but it's smaller, but like an intro.
Kind of.
Kinda?
Have you been to? Is it El Rancho that has it a lot, or
In Dallas?
no? It's like the store El Rancho.
The
or-
grocery store.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
usually play like El Son de la Negra, right? They play a little chunk. Oh wait, no. La ranchera me gustaba.
Oh, the
That one?
radio station.
Oh, yeah.
That
one.
106.7.
That one. They usually play like a little a song of El Son de la Negra, and then they put like their name and stuff.
It's
in it,
your
know?
you have it in the beginning. That's what you played right now.
I do?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, of course I do. I
That
know
would be a tema, but like for mariachi it'd be like longer
Yeah.
and ideally like
So it's not as crazy as the cumbia ones with the fireworks. Shoosh.
I mean,
or the DJ
they
intro.
can be.
Y ahora, presentando.
Oh no, not like
Not like that?
super talkative.
it's more like the ones I've seen I wanted to make it like really like music heavy, not so much singing. Just me like everybody have like little solos just to catch people's attention.
That's dope.
And then
That's
at
a
the
dope
end to be
idea.
like introduce who we are, Mariachi MAGUEYAL, and then something like punchy like a son, and then go down to like
It's hard to explain. It's like.
I think I go in the right direction. I think he
Yeah.
has something. Just go back to this interview. Remember what y'all talked about.
Oh my
and
God.
be like, we're gonna put it all together. It would be dope though if y'all did have, cause I know there's a bunch of mariachis. I don't know how many of them come up with their own stuff, but if you can already make your own arrangement, I guess the lyrics can come to y'all.
lyrics are hard, dude. Lyrics are really hard.
I want to say they're hard, not hard, but I want to say it's not possible.
Oh, I mean, it's not impossible.
And especially if y'all get into a writing session, and again, I know y'all are super busy being students and doing the mariachi, but little by little, okay, let me tell you a story about a song, Despacito. Despacito came to Luis Fonsi on a dream, and he woke up, and all he had, and I tell this story all the time because I thought it was crazy. So he woke up and he had this little thing on his head like na 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 Puerto Rico na 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 na. He went to the studio and recorded that. 3 years later he went back and they built from that. and created
I didn't
Despacito.
know
The
Yeah.
biggest freaking song there was ever, hands down. Guinness World Records, most YouTubes. It's like
Dang.
9 Guinness World Records that he broke.
Oh,
You
man.
know what I
Dang,
mean?
that's crazy.
So I get it that it is, but sometimes you just gotta start. Make sure you write it down, put it
Yeah.
somewhere, and then you don't know where it's gonna come up with. Cause I thought it was super dope. Cause sometimes, how many times we will be like, somebody comes up with, oh, you think of an idea, right? And you're like, oh yeah, that'll be dope, but you never do nothing about it. And then 2 years later, you see like, that was my idea. No, it wasn't. It was their idea because they're the ones that acting on it. You just
Yeah.
thought about it, but it
Right.
doesn't mean nothing.
Just
if
like
nothing happens.
what was it?
Corrido Tumba.
Yeah, corrido tumbado.
We should have posted that.
We
We should have.
Should've
We
posted.
made a Harry Potter arrangement.
Oh yeah.
We did.
Did
Oh,
ya?
we
You were
played
there.
I was there for it. I was there for it.
Yeah.
You're talking about that was
Yeah.
so dope. I
She made it. Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
That's what you need. More video. You need a.
We do need more.
You need a
video.
camera guy. That's the camera guy. Y'all just need more of those live performances type of bro. That's like. So you don't even need like for those like Grupo Firme. They don't even need a big setup of fancy stuff. Just freaking pacas like unas pacas, unos caballos, unas luces, and
Y el
Yeah.
maguey.
play away.
And
Yeah,
like-
bro. People got magueyes here somewhere or
No,
Yeah.
for real.
something
There's-
close.
There's a fire station by
They
his
died.
house. Didn't they really?
They died.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dang.
with the freeze, they died.
Really
Dang.
cold.
Yeah.
Maybe some other. But I would just say it's all about like little stuff like that. You'd be surprised how long it could take you. Cause little stuff like that, to me, it tripped me the heck out. It's like this little out of a dream to that to 3 years later, freaking huge.
Yeah.
And that's trippy. So again, I'm not saying that it's not lyrics is not hard, but little by little start building, and then you might have your own original stuff. And it's not that hard now. You don't need record labels or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Independently, you can put it in whatever, and
Mhm.
it can be distributed to your people.
Yeah.
And then y'all can own. I was looking for your YouTube channel. I didn't find
No,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't find one. I was like, what?
That's something we need to like work on like
See
this year. More videos, cause like
more content.
more content. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like I guess like with everybody being busy, it's hard to like post, edit, and all that stuff. But we gotta work on it this year for sure.
Somebody is doesn't have a lot of. I mean, more time in their hands than other people.
I know, right?
Okay, hold on.
well,
Dang.
Just an idea, though. Don't try to tell you what to do, but just
No,
an
no, no,
idea.
that's good.
Because when I was trying to look you up, I was trying to find as much as I can. I did find the Instagram, the YouTube. I'm sorry, the Facebook and all those. But people really do be looking into see what
Yeah.
does it look like, because they want us. Everything's freaking visual, even if it's like even a little small TikTok. I
Mhm.
think I looked you up on TikTok and I didn't think I find one either.
I feel like we made one like
Yeah, okay, so
Like
there was
a
this
week
whole
ago?
thing, yeah. So I was trying to do, like, get a TikTok going, but
Uh-huh.
it just didn't let me, because we have, like, a mariachi,
MAGUEYAL email.
yeah, email
Mhm.
and everything, and I was trying to do it, no me dejaba, like, it was just like, oh, you've already tried too many times, please try again, like, later. And I was like, why? But then I was able to make it,
Y
We did.
luego.
it's made. There's
Yeah.
progress there. But yeah, we should probably. It's because I don't know. It's like hard. Well, it's not even hard. It's just kind of like
We're not used to it.
yeah, especially in gigs whenever we're like supposed to be playing and like we don't
No, I'm
want to
talking
like.
about y'all. I'm talking about whoever the camera person or
Oh.
somebody's
Well, we don't have
boyfriend,
one.
somebody's girlfriend.
Es
They want to
que,
do them a
pues,
favor.
Están aquí los dos.
Huh? So I'm just saying, somebody's girlfriend, somebody's boyfriend that wants to help out the cause,
I may.
they can
Question
help
mark.
out. I'm just
Question.
saying. Doesn't have to be y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all
Yeah.
focus on
Yeah.
what you're doing. Somebody else can help you out. You know, there's people that are willing to help. You just gotta
Yeah.
ask. And sometimes we are so prideful. Sometimes, like as oneself, to be like ask somebody, but you'd be like to be surprised how many people. Yeah, I got you, man. Somebody in the crowd, whoever. You
It
know?
is true.
Yeah.
Ideas, just
Yeah,
ideas
yeah,
that I
yeah.
think about. But it's just the things that I was looking up when I was trying to find. I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, because if you look at our stuff, you'll find us everywhere. You'll Google us. You'll find us on. Our numbers might be so strong, but you will find a presence on us, and like everything is this, except for this. That's my name, but everything else is in your face. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
will make you remember.
Mhm.
So, but I still think, regardless, that you do have a love for it.
Mhm.
And then y'all gonna take it somewhere, and it doesn't take away the fact that even though y'all haven't put, you can see why some of the gigs ain't coming, right? Because some of the content ain't out. But once it does, you'll be surprised to be like, hey, and be like, and it doesn't take away the fact that y'all still are really good. There's no reason. Again, I don't just bring anybody here. I have to have specific people to come here and have something to contribute, or that I seen them be like, man, they're dope. They're dope. They made some people cry. And I thought she was on something, and she was on Capri's the whole time.
No, for real.
All right, so real quickly before I let y'all go, one more other question that I have, and y'all can tell me individually, y'all censor, if someone was to Google your name in the future or the group, what do you hope your legacy would be?
The legacy of the mariachi.
Either
Or your
yourself or the mariachi band, whichever you want to, or you can do both.
I don't know. I feel like, if anything, I'd want the legacy to be of the mariachi, not of me, because it's like a group,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So I feel like the legacy would be like all together, but the legacy of the group, I don't know. I feel like the vibe, I feel like more than anything, like the vibe that we put out would be like the legacy. The memories. I don't know. I never thought of that.
That's dope. I like that. What about yourself?
Well, yeah, the mariachi, yeah. But, I mean, for me, something like that I've had, like, in the back of my head is... Oh, my bad.
You good? You
In the
good?
back of my head. Is that there's not a lot of representation in the terms of LGBT, especially in the Mexican Hispanic culture, because it's a lot of machismo, and like if anything, it's kind of rare for a female to be in a mariachi and like do that as a living like we
Right.
do. And I don't know, it's just like I mean, I like the music, but like I don't see me in it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to like give that to other people.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
like
do you identify yourself as, I mean, as anything?
Yeah,
What is that?
I'm
If you don't
gay.
want me- That's fine.
Yeah.
It's 2021. It's like, I was seeing, maybe you're not going to like what I'm going to say, or the person, but Dave Chappelle gets a lot of heat for certain things, but he was saying, if you, I didn't even watch the special, I just heard it on YouTube, but one of the things he said is that, it almost made me cry, was the part where it was talking about the other person was a transgender woman, said like, I'm living my human experience, like this is mine, like, and I don't know, something happened and started to make me want to cry, because it's true, right? Whatever the hell you want to do, you want to become a unicorn, whatever you want to, this whatever you were given, just let them be. Like, what's so wrong with it, you know? It's, you're one person, one in almost 8 billion people. How do you feel so important to try to tell another person how they should be living there? You're one little bitty person. You know? Let them do whatever the hell they want to. And if they're happy, what's wrong with that? You know? But it is true. It's not by accident the mariachis have taken that tone, for the same reason that I told you, even though the government helped push out, they push the same agenda of the machismo
Yeah.
and the cantinas and drinking tequila and all that.
I mean, even the songs is just like, I own you. And I'm just like,
But y'all can
well.
change it. Y'all can change it though, right?
Yeah.
Y'all can go ahead and do something different as an original song for people that are not like that anymore, but they're still like mariachi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that anymore.
Yeah.
If y'all did a tumbado mariachi, why can't y'all do something that caters to everybody else? Why not?
Yeah.
It's 2021 already, you know?
Yeah.
What about yourself?
So yeah, the same thing with as far as like the mariachi goes, but for myself, I feel like I like mentioned earlier how like I wasn't able to get DACA, so I am like an undocumented. I am undocumented, and so just kind of, you know, having, because we have gotten gigs from people from Mexico, well, here from the U.S. Iai, where was he from? Y'all remember Iai?
He's from Africa. I just remember what part from Africa.
Yeah, he said he was African. So we have like multiple people of like different,
Multicultural people,
multicultural people like hiring us and stuff, and so and just kind of like diminishing the like whole Mexicans, just kind of wanting to bring more, not awareness, but just kind of
spreading the love,
spreading the like Mexican culture, just
Right.
kind of, because you've seen a lot of people just kind of get like, discriminated against for being any other race other than like the predominantly white, you know.
Yeah.
So just kind of diminishing those borders, I guess, those like cultural borders. I feel like that would be really cool because you know we are like I'm from Mexico, but they're you know also Mexican, you know, like all our members are Mexican, and just kind of having that as you know just there to you know diminish like cultural borders is what I'm hoping for.
You know what's interesting that it's interesting what you said that people hire y'all from different cultures to play. But why do they want to hire you? What do they want to experience, or what do they want to? Why do you feel like they want to experience the mariachi?
I don't know. Like when we played for Yayi, it was his birthday, and we just played a serenata. But even though he couldn't understand the Spanish, he said that he felt something like in hearing like the song, even though he didn't understand it. So before like we played the song, we would give like a short like a briefing of what the song was about, and we would play for him. And he's like, even though I don't understand it, like I feel the passion of like what the song is about. So I guess that's why he would hire us for like, and also for like the vibe. We did play some cumbias, you know, but we didn't just play cumbias, but we also play some lovey-dovey songs.
Yeah, it's like that unity type of thing. Like you all get up and dance together.
Because he was dancing to everything. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like, well, first of all, he probably somewhere in there within the core of mariachi, there's African sounds, whether we want it or not. You know what I mean? And like whether you want it or not, music. I don't know why. Again, frequencies, whatever vibration. I don't know what it is, but it does bring us together, whether we want it or not. And the other thing is that, that is just, it's trippy how him from being from another place, he can still sense it. Because I know for a fact, I like classical music, and I like opera, like especially a female singing opera. I don't know why. I don't understand what they're saying. I swear I don't. But can I feel it in my skin whenever they singing the higher? I'm like, and can I feel the pain of when they singing? I'm like, dang. It really hurts. And like, why do I like this? I was born in Mexico. Like, I was born in Mexico in this little bitty town. I have no business knowing about this type of music whatsoever. And yet I feel it in almost my DNA that I know this stuff. And I feel like, I don't know, some weird connection to it. I don't know why. The same thing for him. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's cool that other people are performing not only for Mexicanos,
Hispanics,
but other people are willing. And I like that, what you said, that you were kind of narrating what the song was going to be like and then interpreting the song is super dope because it kind of gives them like a general idea.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's so dope.
Yeah.
That's cool. That could be like a wave. You know what I mean, for American people to if they want to, because it's not about just mariachi and tequila. It's just about the vibe. It's about the music itself. Okay. Social media. Where can they find you at?
Instagram, Facebook.
If y'all just want to give the business one, the mariachi, that's fine. It's up to y'all. Or where to book y'all too, whichever you want to.
You could either call me or Ciklali. Do I say my number? Yeah, my number is 682-500-9713. Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, and the social media too.
The social media.
Mariachi_MAGUEYAL on Instagram. And then just
the
find
Facebook
us.
is Mariachi MAGUEYAL.
Yeah.
We have everything linked to everything.
On our business cards too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the Instagram Mariachi_MAGUEYAL, and the Facebook Mariachi MAGUEYAL, and either way they're in the bios. They're there.
And then if anything.
Yeah, can you spell it out for us?
Oh dang, you got that.
Mariachi is MARIACHI.
You said R?
No, yeah. MARIACHI. Yeah. _MAGUEYAL MAGUEYAL. Oh my god.
So what I haven't been doing, Carlos, is I haven't been putting some of the social media of people, but that's what I'll do. I'll do the booking number in there, and I'll put that stuff in there as well. So y'all can have your first official YouTube video.
Hey.
This year,
like TikTok coming soon. I promise.
It's all a bunch of ideas that I have that I feel like people can do, and you'll be surprised. They're little. You think like you just have to be creative, especially being an engineer. You know that, right?
Yeah, it's just like I feel like it's a whole like different like branch, the whole production side, is something that I'm not used to like at all. Even like, you know what I mean?
Like, that's the thing though. See, you're thinking about doing everything yourself when you can delegate or have other people that are willing to, or pitching together to just do it for y'all. So you don't have to worry about that. All you gotta do is, where do I post? Where do I stand? Type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I get it. I get where you're coming from. Don't get me wrong. You always want to have your hands on everything, but you just have to learn to delegate sometimes and just know that it's gonna get done the right way, and then you just be like, looking like a superstar.
No, yeah, and thankfully we have like Leslie, when she came up with our logos, our business cards,
Yeah,
everything.
dude,
She
she,
runs
like,
the Instagram.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
yeah.
So you're already halfway there, like, you know. But it's all like this, because if you know everybody across the board is pretty much uniform, but everybody be looking in all your stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you True. I came up with the website myself, and I never done a website myself. But I did it. It doesn't look like, it's not like super fancy with the freaking moving pictures or whatever, but it's functional.
Hey,
that's
all
what
that
matters. Yeah.
Click on the link and it'll take you where it needs to go.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, any final thoughts? Anything else? Any shout outs? Y'all better shout out the other crew, man. They're going to kick you off.
Oh, yeah, right. Shout out to Rigo, Jeanette Stefano, Julian, my brother.
Julian.
Julian. Yeah. That's it. Our future
my
guitar
God.
player.
Oh my God.
Our
Y'all have
future-
another, y'all recruiting?
Well, we were trying
We are
to-
recruiting.
We are recruiting. So if anybody
Like,
there plays
yeah.
guitarron and wants
If
to
you're
join
out
the
there.
mariachi,
Hit
you
us
know.
up. Like
But we have
702.
a potential guitarron player, Wicho,
Mhm.
and he lives in Comanche, which is 2 hours away. And he's
Yeah,
gonna
so it's a little
make the
hard.
hustle over here every weekend. He wants to, but
Yeah.
Hey, if he's determined, you got that
Yeah,
passion
right.
to make your way over here.
Yeah.
You got something, you know what I mean?
maybe another violin player,
Maybe.
maybe.
You know what trips me out sometimes, like when people talking about motivation this, motivation that, right? And it only works up to a certain point of something that you don't like to do, right? You can only force yourself to do
Oh yeah.
something that you don't like up to a certain point, because after a while, it's gonna fail.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have found something you love, then for whatever reason, motivation will work, because for whatever reason, you'll go through
find a
the
way.
sleepless nights, you'll go to the tiring and everything, you'll like, and you still manage to get there. If
Mhm.
you're not getting there, then it's just not for you. Just be
Mhm.
honest with yourself. Maybe something else is for you. But if it is, then, I mean, the 2 years that y'all been doing it, I don't even know how long y'all were with the other group before y'all started to go y'all separate ways. But it seems to be middle school, first of all, to get to this point. Y'all been consistent with it. So, you know, y'all got something going. And, of course, you know, don't get me wrong. I don't know about college for me, but education is important.
Yeah.
And degrees that y'all going for is like is big deals. And we need more Latinos to be in those fields, all those
It's a
fields,
big one,
everywhere.
yeah.
Everywhere. And don't get me wrong, I feel like we came a long way. The reason why I came out, and I keep always, it sound like I record or say this stuff over, but the reason that I came out with the Global Latin Factor podcast, to me, feels like it's all the stuff that we've been doing from years to generations of people that have been like, we started from in the fields, right?
Mhm.
Picking up this and that, or even before, like maybe something even lesser, to the fields, to owning, like maybe working on a factory, to maybe having a company cutting yards, to now a construction company, to now lawyers, attorneys, attorneys, all the same, business owners, entrepreneurs, judges, in Supreme Courts and things like that, you know.
Mhm.
And I know it doesn't seem like we're making big strides, but I know that we are.
Yeah.
And what not to say that maybe y'all come up with a type of mariachi music that it opens the doors to other people. They'll be like, oh, you know what? I do like mariachi. I feel like I got somebody that represents the way that I see, and the music goes with it. And it's not all about machismo and this and that and blah, blah, blah. You know?
Yeah.
All righty. Anything else? Any final thoughts?
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
thank you.
appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. It wasn't that bad. So, you know, we like to have a good
My hands
time
are sweaty,
and
but
enjoy.
it's okay.
Still?
Yeah, bro.
Alrighty, man. This was the Global Latin Factor podcast. Remember, we are just like you. We are the spice in this melting pot that is the world. Until next time.